So, folks, as we all know, Brett Cooper has some pretty bad takes. And I just thought it would be interesting to see Brett Cooper interact with the fury of a Midwestern mom. So let's check it out, shall we? Because we actually have footage of that exact moment.
I wanted to end the show with what I think is the absolute worst one. And this is a long clip. And you might be going, Brett, why are you showing us this entire thing? It's because it gets better. Because it gets more and more unhinged as it goes. Just take a watch.
Yeah, she doesn't even know how to spell jeans.
With white people that triple trumped.
Yeah.
That have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hairdresser. I don't think you should be able to enjoy anything but Cracker Barrel. And if you want to triple Trump and you want to browbeat DEI and you want to browbeat gay people and you want to browbeat black people as you've been doing for 400 years, and you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants that come over here and open up businesses earnestly, pay their taxes, you want to demonize them and call them rapists and felons and all this shit when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit, Kankles McTaco tits at the top of the ticket.
One of my favorite parts here, because I did watch a little bit of this to see if it was worth seeing, but like, look at Brett Cooper react to this.
Mushroom cock piece of shit, Kankles
like she can't even pretend. She starts cackling when this lady starts talking shit about Trump's dick.
Taco tits at the top of the ticket. I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer, which is multiculturalism. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel, because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny weeny, pink arm, big gut around. Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
I mean, it just keeps getting better. I realized as we got into that I should have put a language disclaimer at the top, like we talked about last week, because
oh yeah, we need that language disclaimer, okay?
People watch with their kids, so I'm so sorry if your
I'm sorry too if the kids are watching Brett Cooper content.
Kids had to listen to the first part of that before you caught on and realized what this woman was saying. Oh my God, that entire video, it is just so perfect. Like, there's so many things that you can rip into there. Like the fact that she calls us triple Trumpers, the people who like triple dipped with Trump, saying that we have been around for 400 years trying to set everybody back. Oh yeah, Trump supporters have definitely been around for 400 years.
Yeah, no, if you had any media literacy there, Brett, you'd understand that she was talking about she was talking about white people. She was talking about white people looking to subjugate other kinds of people. Have been around for about 400 years on this continent.
We're all just zombies now, lady. But it's just the whole idea.
Yeah, no, she wasn't saying Donald Trump supporters were around at the founding of the country. Obviously.
Higher premise, like you want us to boycott all of these businesses and that will help them. How? Like that's going to make their lives better? Like we will.
Wait. It will mean that we don't have to interact with you. Like, yeah, I don't want to serve bigots at my business. Yeah, if somebody comes in Sieg Heiling, I don't want to seat him at a restaurant table. Get the fuck out. The level of complete and utter intellectual vapidness on display, vapidity even.
Stay fed on Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel has a great menu. Unfortunately, they've been modernized. I don't know if you guys have seen the new updated Cracker Barrel restaurants. They look horrifying. They look cold. They look like they're the inside of some kind of weird hospital. But
congrats. That's the pinnacle of white culture. Brett, no. How dare you besmirch the precious Cracker Barrel?
They still have good food. We would be totally fine. We would be fed. We would be happy. We'd be getting the fun little candies. And the other businesses, the ones that you're telling us that we should not go to and spend our money at, they would suffer.
I don't think they'd suffer that much. Because I gotta be honest, I know a lot of Republicans. I know what kind of jokes you make about Mexican food. You racist fucks.
The way that this woman looks like the person my sister used to be friends with you went to prison last year for abusing her 3 kids is so uncanny.
Damn. Lily Love Stuff, thank you for the $5 dono.
Would lose customers because half of the country would not be supporting them.
Well, that's not really how that works, Brett. You see, the population of the country isn't evenly distributed. So, I don't think many of those restaurants were relying on half the country to do business there in order to stay open.
Because you assume that we dislike them. Also,
yeah, because you support policies that hurt them. Oh, what? Look, I just punched you in the face. Why do you assume I dislike you? You're really entitled to my feelings, aren't you?
it's incredibly offensive, in my opinion, that you're saying that the Mexican restaurants, the people who own the Chinese restaurants, that they are all illegal immigrants. Like, do you...
Well, that's some additional context that I don't think was actually at all demonstrated in that video, because nowhere there did Welch talk about how all the people who owned Mexican, Chinese, Indian restaurants were undocumented. That at no point was that claim made. And honestly, the fact that you're bringing this into it now makes you look really fucking racist, doesn't it? Because you can't, like you can't even conceive, you don't even understand why people in a minority status in this country might feel under attack right now. You can't even fathom it, Brett.
Not know how it works. Like the people who started the Chinese restaurants, the people who run the Mexican restaurants around the corner.
Don't you know that you have to be a U.S. citizen to start a business, Fivehead? Yeah, good thing Jennifer Welch didn't say anything about that. Kind of makes you look like an even bigger jackass when you're trying to claim that after we just saw the clip.
From my house, they are here legally. They are trying to build a business. They are trying to support their family. Obviously, we are going to support that. That is the American dream. We support...
Oh, wait, what?
Small businesses.
Oh, wait, we support small businesses. We support small businesses. We support small businesses. We support small businesses. That's right. Here in America, we support small businesses. Trump burger owner in Texas faces deportation after ICE arrest. Roland Bainey from Lebanon, who opened a chain of restaurants in support of president, says charges not true. Literally branding every burger with with Trump. The owner of a Donald Trump themed hamburger restaurant chain, because it's not just one restaurant, it's a chain of restaurants. It's a lot of them.
Me, whenever one of these people. That's it. That's the dono message. Hi Jack. How are you? Ya good? How's the fam? How's the weather? This gag is getting old now, isn't it?
I don't think so. Lady Rain Club, thank you for the $5 dono. Appreciated. I must say, it's a surprising level of whiteness. Indeed. Roland Bainey, 28, entered the U.S. as a non-immigrant visitor from Lebanon in 2019, was supposed to have left the country by the 12th of February 2024, an Immigration and Customs Enforcement spokesperson told The Guardian. Citing the Department of Homeland Security, Texas Fayette County Record newspaper reported that Bainey applied for legal status after purportedly wedding a woman, but the agency maintained there is no proof he ever lived with her during the alleged marriage. ICE said its officers arrested Bainey on the 16th of March, 5 years after he launched the first of multiple Trump Burger locations, and placed him into immigration proceedings. Trump Burger gained national attention after Bainey opened the original location in Belleville, Texas in 2020, the same year Trump lost his bid for a second presidential term to Joe Biden. Replete with memorabilia paying reverence to Trump, as well as politically satirical menu items targeting his enemies, Bainey's chain expanded to other locations, including Houston. Trump won a second presidency in January, and his administration summarily began delivering on promises to pursue mass deportations of immigrants. So, yeah, fun stuff there. But no, we would never deport people who owned restaurants.
Want them to have customers. We want people to come here legally and be able to find success and support their family and be safe. That is not something that we are against. Yet in your little pea brain, where everything is about, being a bigot or being racist, everything has to be this ism. whatever it may be, you
It would that line would have hit a little bit harder if you had been talking about racism instead of people being a racist.
can't distinguish between that. And also, like, using her own framework, because what she's basically saying is that because of the way that we voted, we must hate those marginalized groups. We must.
Yeah, because you voted for a guy who's doing mass deportations and who is arresting people here on travel visas, torturing people who are here as legal residents. He's talking about stripping people of their legal status in this country. Yeah, that's kind of anti people who came in the right way too. There's no due process here for ICE arrests whatsoever. You know, we have videos of people being detained by ICE as they laugh, tasering people over and over again, and telling people who are legal citizens of the United States that they have no right because ICE suspects that they are undocumented immigrants, even if they are documented citizens, even if they have their documents on them.
Hate the gay hairdressers and the owners of the Chinese restaurants, like, just because of the way that we voted. So using her framework that she just laid out, I'm going to assume, based on the way that she is, voting, that she probably hates straight white men, that she does not like conservatives, that she probably doesn't like Christians.
Yeah, the issue with what you're doing, though, right now, Brett Cooper, is that you guys already assume all of that anyway. You guys already assume that about every single person who disagrees with you.
And so, based on the argument that she just laid out, she shouldn't be able to support any of those businesses. She shouldn't be able to support businesses that are owned by Christians or conservatives. She should not be able to use or benefit from
I'm pretty sure Jennifer Welch is a Christian.
anything that a white, straight man has ever created. So, I'm sorry,
I'm pretty sure she's also married to a white man.
lady, but I guess you can't drive anywhere because we know who created the cars. Oh, also, but you can't walk anywhere.
Wait, what? You can't drive because white people created cars. I don't think you want to play that game. First of all, that's just stupid on the face of it. But second of all, who invented the wheels, Brett? Who invented the wheels? The wheel technology upon which all cars are based. I don't know. Just spitballing here. I don't think it was white people.
Because the Romans created the sidewalks. Those were white men. Oh, guess.
I'm sorry, I live in America. Romans didn't make my sidewalks. What are you talking about? Also, the Romans didn't invent the concept of a road. I'm so baffled by this. Also, Romans wouldn't have a concept of a sidewalk because they didn't have cars. Also, y'all didn't consider Italians to be white until like the 1960s. What are you talking about? Oh my god.
Guess you can't do that. Guess you can't go to any business that is owned by somebody of faith because based on the way you voted, obviously I'm assuming that you.
What do you mean? There are people of faith who are not Christians, even in your own convoluted, stupid version of your attempt to throw shade here. It's stupid as fuck.
You just hate them. Do you hear how absurd and ridiculous that is? None of this makes sense. It is just fueled by your flat out hatred and anger over people who disagree with you.
Yeah, I do hate the people who think I don't deserve civil rights. I do hate that, in fact. Yeah, that's not a disagreement over whether someone likes tacos or likes pizza better. It's a pretty fundamental, foundational aspect of whether or not someone agrees I'm an equal human being worthy of equal right.
You heard the ending of her clip where she was basically just using every single disgusting piece of language she could to describe people that she does not like. She has this image of people on the right in her mind. And it's just grotesque. It genuinely is so grotesque. And also she's the perfect example of the modern left. Because the modern left now is the party of Gen X and boomers.
I do agree she is the perfect example of the the modern middle of the road Democrat. That this is where middle of the road Democrats have been radicalized to. I don't think Jennifer Welch is like, I think she's kind of indicative of where like your average liberal wine mom is these days, and they're pissed as fuck. They're pissed as hell. And they're like, they're already up to here. We're like 8 months into this. They've already had it. Give it another 8 months. They're going to be marching with like pitchforks and torches down the street.
That's what she got. I'm sorry, like Gen Z progressives, but your fighting warriors, they are women like her. They are the Gen X wine moms. They are the boomers that are out in their taco costumes on the side of the road at the No Kings
Also, like, one of the things that Brett Cooper doesn't even realize that she's talking about here, these people are actually going out and doing things. That's a huge problem, because Trump supporters aren't going out and doing things. You know, they're insulating themselves from all the reality of the world, and that is going to come back to bite them really hard. Really, really hard. Because those Democrats that are going out there and doing things, they're also going to go out there and do things like knock on doors, phone bank for candidates, run for office, and that is going to be a huge, huge, huge problem for Republicans.
Protests, like, that's who's got your back. And that, unfortunately, is very embarrassing. And I think a lot of young people are looking around and they're seeing videos like this. They're probably...
I'd rather have a lib wine mom in her taco costume out protesting with me than some dipshit bitching in a chat about everything that does nothing. 100%.
Seeing a lot of the Sydney Sweeney things, and they're going, oh yeah, I do not want to be a part of this at all because this is so unhinged and it is so embarrassing. And that is why so many people are leaving the left and they are coming to the right. And I'm sure that it is tentative. I'm sure that a lot of it is a rejection from what they have been experiencing, but you've caused it. You have to take responsibility for it. You have to know when you have lost and why you have lost. Just
I don't think she understands how politics work, guys. This is probably not the ideal line of work for Brett Cooper to be in.
like we need to freaking learn how to win. So basically everybody needs to get their crap together. Everybody needs to run their posts by me before you put them on X, because everybody is unhinged. And I think that I know everything. That's basically how I feel at 9 months pregnant. I'm like, everybody needs to just shut up. But also I'm kind of enjoying it because it means I get great content for these last couple of weeks that I'll be doing the show. So anyway, that is how I'm feeling today. I hope you guys enjoyed the rants.
I did not. I feel like I lost brain cells that I'm never going to get back. So thanks, Brett. You ranted aimlessly about Jennifer Welch talking about Trump's mushroom dick. Great job. Politics accomplished. Oh, boy. We live in hell world. Folks, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube and swishy streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, being and plenty more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore.